Okay, hello there. Hang on. Hi, April, Kathy, Gail, Mary Kim, Wilowick, Tina, Leah, Dark Joker, Maddie Jean, Jen, Sandy, Dreaming, Brian Clan, Tracy, Foxy Bot, Move 2. Hold on, where did I just go? Service Dog Olive, hi, April F, Star Pixie Mom, Nanette, how are you doing? Abby, T Prang, Denisa, Sharon, Dreaming, and Sandy. Okay. Can I hear you? Can hear you? Yeah, no, I knew I was muted. I knew I was muted. I wasn't, I was finishing something to get everything ready for the video, you know. All right, so we're going to go into Carole a little more. Oh, I know you can't see me yet, Abby, because I wanted the thumbnail to show for a little bit. Hi, Newfie Bear. Hi, Mary. Hey, Patsy. Hey, it's Sarah. Okay, so we've gone into, I was going into her, which I don't understand, her finances and her Facebook Live and all of this. I don't know where she's showing that income. And her YouTube, she's bragging about how her YouTube is just, it's off the charts. Yet she doesn't, nothing is transparent in her review, in her returns, many returns of the day. And she just lumps things together. And then I went back on my other computer, and the page that I told you where she had all the veterinarians, no, I'm not dressed in a cat print. I should have put my, I should have done that, Ivy, because I have a shirt. I think I have one like that upstairs. I should have put that on instead of my red sweater, like Mr. Rogers. That would be funny. I should have done that. Okay, so let me, hold on, take this down. But I'm in red, Ivy. Okay, so let's see. Thanks, Tracy. Yep. I should have done that, Ivy. Hey, Aletha. I didn't step over anybody. Hey, Mila. Your son hasn't watched it, but told me he knew Carole did it. Oh yeah, my son's watched it right away. My daughter's, she watched it. I didn't talk to her about it today though. Hey, Whisper to Me. Hi, the Brian Clan. There I am, Abby. There I am. Seems dark in here. Okay, so, oh, thanks, Nanette. Let me get Carole, because she, like what they said, she has the veterinary care lumped in with other things, and the veterinarian care is all free. But she took it down, and I still have it up. I've got to get a screenshot. It's on my other, it's on my laptop. I forgot to get the screenshot, but I have it all. I don't know who she thinks she's hiding stuff from now. Carole, everybody has screenshots of everything now. Stop hiding. It's making you look even worse. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, so here's this bombshell tip that they're saying that may lead us a little closer to finding out Carole is somehow involved. And I've got a little slideshow of Carole too I can put up too. So quite a while ago, this BCR watch, this is something that's dedicated completely to watching Carole. They received a tip from a woman claiming to have first-hand knowledge of an individual that possibly had a hand in the disappearance of Jack Donald Lewis. Now, this site never made a post about it because it's like, you get something like that, you don't know if it's real, you don't want to put something out there, so they didn't. Because there was one key detail that they couldn't verify. That is, until Carole Baskin, the CEO of Big Cat Rescue, threw a tantrum yesterday. Okay, and that was on the 21st of March. Railing against a documentary Netflix had just released called Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. In her ranting and raving, Baskin accidentally lent credibility to the tip we were sent. We always protect people that send us information by hiding them behind a veil of anonymity. However, this occasion is different because the person that sent us the tip isn't afraid of being named. The tip we were sent came from a courageous woman named Patricia Payne. In her tip, Patricia said, "My ex-husband, Kenneth Farr, was Don's right-hand man. A lot of stuff was said done like Sunday before Don disappeared. I believe that was the day he actually disappeared. Kenny came into a lot of things, gifts, etc. from Carole." And then she has, my name is Trish. I believe Carole masterminded Don's demise. So then they have a, let me see if I can get this up here. Okay, my ex-husband Kenneth Farr was Don's right-hand man. A lot of stuff was said, done like Sunday before Don disappeared. I believe that was the day he actually disappeared. Kenny came into a lot of things, gifts, etc. from Carole. My number is blah, blah, blah. My name is Trish, and I believe that Carole masterminded Don's demise. Before getting too involved, we decided to verify if there was actually someone connected to Carole Baskin that was named Kenneth Farr. As it turned out, there was, but instead of digging through the archives trying to find that piece of evidence, we'll refer you back to Carole Baskin's rebuttal to the Netflix documentary. In her rebuttal, Carole says, "I love Kenny Farr like a son. He was someone I could trust to keep Don from getting lost or going into cages with cats that could kill him while I worked." See, that's why I don't understand why she didn't just do that, what we talked about last night, right? Because she's saying she was afraid he would walk into the cages. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about why she might not have done that. And the only reason she might not have done that I can see is that she thought it would maybe get her closed down if one of her cats killed a person, right? Or it would be a really bad stain on the business. And that's probably the only reason she didn't go that route. So let's see here. Where were we? Patricia said, "I was married to Kenny Farr, who worked for Don. I can 100% confirm that on August 17th, she can 100% confirm, on August 17th, 1997, Kenny came home that Sunday night in Don's van. Remember the van that was found at the airport? With all of Don's guns that Carole had gave to him, about 50 or more. And in the months going forward, Carole had transferred many properties into Kenny's name as well. Sounds like Kenny might have helped, huh? And that was his payment? She didn't like to part with money, but why would she need all of Don's guns? So here, take this and take these swampland properties that I don't want. It's public record. Anyone can look at it, but the guns, 100%, was given to Kenny before Don supposedly disappeared the next day, Monday, August 18th. Now, this is important because in Carole's response to the documentary, she says, "Kenny said, I got rid of everybody who worked for Don, but I kept Kenny. I fired all of the office staff because I believed they knew Anne was moving our properties into her name and didn't trust them. My mother did the work of all 6 of them for the next 20 years without help. And she probably got the salaries of all 6 as well. Kenny had asked for Don's closet full of guns, and I gave them to him. But Don's clothes hung in my closet for years. I did get rid of every broken down piece of junk Don had piled up around the sanctuary. Seems like Carole is insinuating that she gave Kenny the guns well after Don's disappearance. Patricia alleges that Kenny came home with the guns the day before, August 17, 1997. Don Lewis reportedly went missing August 18, 1997. If Patricia is telling the truth, why would Kenny be in possession of Don's guns the day before he went missing? Why would he also be in possession of Don's van? We're not alleging that Kenneth Farr killed Don Lewis on behalf of Carole, or that he had any involvement in his disappearance. We're just posting the tip for those of you that might be interested in the case. As for the property dealings between Kenneth and Carole, there seems to be proof of that based on what we found through public records. So let's see, we have over here. Every time I've got to do it twice. Okay, quitclaim deeds. This instrument, prepared by Carole Lewis, made the 24th day of September. That's after he disappeared. Okay. Dispose of said property. Okay, so it's just to Kenny Farr. There it is. And I believe these are ones, let me see, who's the notary on this? Okay, that's not her mother. Some of them her mother signed. So that's one, but that's not it. That was on September 24th. And then she transferred East State Highway Farms, 61 feet of East 125, okay, whatever this is. She transferred this property over to Kenny. Why was Carole transferring properties to Kenny when Carole doesn't like to get rid of anything that could even be worth money? Why did she give him all the guns? I don't know. Why don't you figure it out? I just wanted to say that because so many creators say that. That's for you to figure out. Okay. And then this one, another property, parcels here. They're going to Kenny. Okay, so why? One wonders. Okay, so now, before completely ending her rebuttal, Carole had said, now listen to this, okay? This is really important. Anyone who wants to put up the money to replace our septic tanks is welcome to dig them all up. Maybe someone will take her up on her offer, but then again, she probably didn't really mean it since the offer's no longer found. So in her original rebuttal, hold on, let me see, Carole, I don't know why you do this because screenshots are already there. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where did she put her? Let me see where they... Back to the episode, okay. Refuted, that one. Curious, Linda Sanchez, Anne McQueen. I don't know why Kenny said the cops didn't investigate the van at the airport because they were the ones that found it. Maybe it's because Kenny didn't know they'd already been through it, and when he saw them look at it a couple of days later at the sanctuary, he thought it was the first time. Yeah, sure. Let's see where the septic tanks are. The meat grinder. 24 again. Kenny said there was nothing the police could do to keep me from hooking the trailer up and bringing it to the sanctuary to protect the documents inside. Kenny said I got rid of everyone. I was never referred to as the prime suspect by law enforcement. Okay, let me see where she put her. Let me see where she put this thing. Shoot, hold on a minute. Carole. I want to get the, it's no longer on her new rebuttal. And that was, oh wait, did I go on the new? Now I don't know whether I had on the new. Oh, that's the original one. Okay, so it's not on the new rebuttal. So where did she put that now before? She completely edited her rebuttal. So this one up here is the original one. And anyone that wants to replace our septic tanks can come and dig them up. It's MRI. Probably around where the meat grinder is. Yeah, Carol says, if I was greedy, I would have jumped at Don's insistence of completely disowning his kids and would have made their transfers at that time in 1996. I never intended to take what I felt was their inheritance because it was Don's stuff when we were married and not mine. Let's see. Oh, here it is. The meat grinder in the video was enormous. Our meat grinder was one of those little tabletop hand crank things like you have in your kitchen at home. Meat had to be cut into 1-inch cubes to go through it. Anyone who wants to put up the money to replace our septic tanks is welcome to dig them all up. I don't have a photo of our meat grinder. She didn't have a photo of it. Where is it? But it was exactly like this one in size and shape. Okay, now if you go to her new rebuttal, the part about the septic tanks is done. Oh, and my gosh, I have so much stuff on Howard. He thinks Kim Kardashian is going to come to. Oh, Howard is just ridiculous. Did you hear that video from Howard? I almost forgot I have that to go through. That is the most ridiculous thing. Howard. He said that she tweeted out, do you think Carole Baskin is guilty? And he said anybody that would spend an hour with Carole would see that she's not guilty. Howard, I'll talk to her for an hour. How's that? But he's like, and we can have Kim Kardashian. Of course they want Kim Kardashian to go down there because they think she'll become a donor. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go down to the meat grinder. Here we go, the meat grinder. And you will see there is nothing more now about the septic tanks. Because maybe she thought Kim Kardashian or Cardi B or somebody would pay to have her septic tanks ripped up. I don't know. Why'd she take it out? You decide. That's fun to say now. Okay. So, let me see if I have my thing for Howard's. All right, let me see. did. Yeah, okay, so Howard made this absolutely embarrassing video that Carole must have put him up to. It was pathetic. So what he claims is that they thought this was going to be like Blackfish, like she said, right? But they didn't realize, they knew Joe Exotics was going to be in it, but they didn't realize he was going to be the focus of the series. Really, Howard? The series is called Tiger King. Do you think your lovely wife is the focus of that series? He is such a liar, such a shyster. So then he said anyone that would spend an hour with Carole would know that she had nothing to do with her husband's death. And then he said Kim Kardashian tweeted and tweeted out, do you think Carole did this? And he said they're inviting her to come there, and if Kim Kardashian comes there and spends an hour with Carole, she will know that Carole didn't do this. No kidding, they want her there, right? Dollar bills, y'all. Okay. Then he said, in all this, and here's Howard's big lie. And if this is true, Howard, I would run as fast as you can because it means she's about ready to blow. Howard says, not once, not one time, and that's how they always lie, right? Not at all, not even one time. You see or hear somebody say that, you know you're getting a lie. Howard says they've never had a harsh word, they've never fought, they've never argued, they've never shouted, they've never done anything. Well, Howard, then get away because she's going to blow, okay? And you'll be in the meat grinder. So, and then he starts crying about he's the luckiest man in the world. And all he's crying about is he's thinking about his dollar bills, waving goodbye, walking down the driveway. I should say his $1,000 bills waving to him. You know, that's what he's thinking about. Oh my gosh, they're going to ruin this cash cow that we have here. Okay? Then he goes on to say that what everybody saw, those walkabouts, those are only one day a year. Other than that, it's guided tours of about 20 people max, and the nasty messages they were getting about the cages being small. He says the smallest cage is the size of a small house, and those overgrown weeds that Joe Exotic is saying, well, he said those are the natural habitat. So let's see, and he wants the guided tours, I'm sure, so they can keep track of who's there, and when the people get bitten, if they do, then he can easily have them sign that form that the release, right? Otherwise, if it's more than that, it's going to be harder to keep track. And he is crying out for donations because, let's see here. Oh, he's mentioning Project Saving Cats in the Wild. Yeah, what's your project, okay? They have that walkabout, that big walkabout. That's so they can give money, they can donate to conservation projects in the wild. Where are your contributions, Howard? How much money did you take in that day and how much did you donate? I'm not finding that. All the lies Joe has said in a podcast. He talks about the lying. And then he attacks him because he says, oh, he's a liar. He said he's a country western singer. What about Carole's lies? Who cares if he's lying about being a country western singer? Okay? Who cares? So what? Who cares? This is this typical deflection. Okay. Then he says this series is reaching millions and millions. And so now, of course, Howard's thinking, we've got to save our image here because I have to rake those dollars in. I can't have these people angry. This is reaching millions and millions of people. and he's counting on that money. So he's got to restore his image. No wonder he's crying. It's not because he loves Carole, it's because he loves money. So what are you doing for the volunteers is what I said to him when I watched this video. Okay, he says, oh, this comes on top of the virus, and we are under enormous financial stress. Really? With a surplus of $11 million, you have enormous financial stress? What about those volunteers? What about people that have lost their jobs, Howard, that don't have $11 million? What are you doing? Are you giving back to the community at all? Are you sending in meals for people? Are you doing anything? I didn't think so. Okay. And they need your support. Okay? Will you put that on your debit or your credit card is all Howard wants to know. Don't worry about giving back. He doesn't need to give back to anybody. You need to give to him. So, yeah, they really make me very ill. I don't see anything about them giving back to anyone. Again, like I said, they're the kind of people that build a larger fence instead of a longer table, a higher fence. And they disgust me, and that whole video Howard made disgusted me. It was sickening. Did you see it? Hey, Snow Remover. Hi, Too Scooter. Did you see it? Hi, Debbie. The video? Deflection City. Yeah. Snapple, Lewis, Kathy. They must not. I wish the tigers would be taken away, but where'd they go? Well, how about Carole gets taken away and they get somebody in there that really runs it like it is and not like it should be, and not takes that money and puts it into the tigers where the people donated it in the first place. Howard is just a mercenary person. You can see it. A banker, okay? Former banker, has a law degree. Why didn't you practice law, Howard? You couldn't pass the bar, Howard? What was it? I bet you Howard couldn't pass the bar or something. What was that? And he feels inferior, and he was 52 years old, and he never was even in probably a relationship. She said he wasn't. That might just be a marriage of convenience, money. Kim Kardashian shouldn't be on the second. Oh, she's not going to be. She's not going to go. She's not going to go support Carole. He's nuts. He's nuts. I guess she thought all her smug answers on the series would be believed by everyone. I guess not. No, but all you do is need to spend an hour with Carole. Carole, I'll spend an hour with you. I'll go to a Zoom meeting with you, Carole. Howard, okay? See if Carole can convince me that she didn't do it. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. You guys are playing guessing games or something? Okay, so let me go back. We've got to find Carole's first husband. We've got to find that other guy, those people would have a lot of stuff on her. Someone said she's so oblivious to how she comes across. Anyone with half a brain knows she's killed her husband. Now it looks like some proof is coming to light. Wouldn't it be nice to see some justice? And then someone said, I watched Tiger King. Carole seems phony. She is too, aw, shucks, sweet to be real. Considering her husband vanished without a trace, she inherited millions of dollars and had someone constantly threatening her life and livelihood. People being threatened to be murdered look upset. They look angry. They look shaken. She always has this fake smile and calm voice. I don't buy it. And she's running a for-profit zoo. Animals in cages for life. Hello, FBI. Next case right here. And then someone else said, the last bit is the key point. She's trying to ban the same things that she does in her own animal park. Her cages look even more cramped and compact than Joe's, and her animals supposedly got no human contact. You need to look no further than the tracks worn in her own tiger cages to know those animals are stressed out and not happy. Her and Don also bred and sold cubs. She comes across as a massive hypocrite, trying to squash her exotic animal park competition. She is too stupid to realize PETA is using her, and if her legislation passes, she will have to euthanize her own cats. Carole masterbinded it. Someone said, I knew it then. Almost 23 years later, I still stand by it. Kenny brought those guns home and told me Don was missing, not to be discussing him on the phone. That was Sunday, 8/17. I knew once it hit the news, 3 days later, something wasn't right. I could go on, but bottom line is, I know there are 3 people who were involved with the guns, and Kenny and Carole know it as well. And that person has a screen name of No More Lies. Okay, so let's go back. To see where she has the okay, and then they have, let me see here. I need to look at, oh, I need to go to Carole's thing for a second. Who's calling me? Oh. Oh, let me see if this is up again now. Come on. Let's see, did you change this, my darling? You did make changes. She made changes, didn't she? She made changes to her staff page, but I have the other one, Carole. She took her daughter off. She took all the veterinarians off. Wow, Carole. That's crazy. Carole took a bunch of people off here. I have the screenshot, Carole. I have that whole page up on my other computer. That's what she was doing last night. Okay. This Susan Bass that works for her, I feel like I know her too. I don't know where. Harold. Why do I keep calling him Harold? He looks like a Howard. What's the difference? Oh, I looked at this. If you go here, this she trimmed her staff down. I'll show you the other page she has. that she had. Well, she changed it. Had her daughter. Her daughter's not listed here anymore. Jamie Murdoch, Jamie Veronica. She had her listed twice. I don't know why Carole thinks this is a good... Carole, this is a hellacious picture. I don't know who's telling you that's a good picture. That looks like really scary, Carole. Okay, she took all of it down. Howard. But this one, Luana Mitchell, she's on Facebook touting Big Cat Rescue and everything that's happening to Carole. Yeah. She took everybody else off. She took the vets off. She actually doesn't want anybody contacting them. See, look, see, she puts things that shouldn't be here. Look at this. This creates a group of current staff members' bio pages. I've been using a plugin called Teams for this instead, but it won't allow me to edit it any longer. This is because she doesn't pay anyone to do her stuff, and nobody knows how to do it, and that's why she's having all these accidents where things that are not supposed to be on the website. That's a small thing. They said there were many more mishaps with her site. Oh, and I also found out she has her merchandise on Teespring and here an online gift shop. I don't see any of that along with the YouTube, the Facebook, but I did see, let me see if it was in here where she's talking about her Facebook and how it's, where did I see that? See, I can't work on two different computers. It drives me crazy. Go over here. Let's see. Oh, Carole has a superpower. She can see the future. When confronted with an issue, I don't just see the problem. I see it in a sort of split screen in my head. On the left is what I have, on the right is what I want. The clarity makes it possible for me to make quick decisions about what needs to be done right now, and I can see the steps needed to get to what I want. So what you have is your husband, Don Lewis. What you want is to be free of him but still have all the money, so she can clearly see the steps to do that. They fan out across that split screen image so that I can move on through the steps and delegate tasks along the way to engage others in the path to the ultimate outcome. Well, this is a recipe for what you did, baby. An example of this was how the sanctuary started. When I saw that a taxidermist was going to purchase a 6-month-old bobcat who was an unwanted pet to turn it into a den decoration, I knew I could fix that problem. He said he was going to club her in the head in the parking lot. I was able to see that outcome, and one where she had a long, healthy life. Winsong spent the next 18 years as a beloved founder of the Big Cat Rescue. The next year, when confronted with 56 bobcats and a lynx at a fur farm, I could see the imminent doom as skins for the fur trade, and I could see them all enjoying long, healthy lives with people who want to see them for the amazing individuals that they all are. The future for zoos is augmented and virtual reality rather than holding wildcats hostage And Carole created and launched the first AR zoos. What are you doing to your cats, Carole? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, now this is an email. Okay, I'm going to put this over there. Hold on. Now, on June 12th, 1997, 2 months before Jack Lewis went missing, he got that order protection out of fear, right? That she was going to kill him. When acting on a tip, January 19, 2006, Detective Chris Fox paid a visit to Susan Arnoff, a former staff member of Wildlife on Easy Street, now known as Big Cat Rescue. Her name was one of two names appearing on Jack Lewis's will and power of attorney as witnesses to his signature. During the interview, Susan admitted to the detective Chris Fox that she never saw Jack sign either document, both which were drawn up by Carole herself and appeared only after Jack disappeared. Detective Fox believed Susan, but the statute of limitation had by that time run out for the charges of forgery and perjury, and he acknowledged that Susan and Carole couldn't be prosecuted for these crimes. However, there's no statute of limitations on murder, and maybe one day someone will come forward with the truth of what happened to Jack Donald Lewis. His 4 children deserve to know. Carole Baskin appears to be the only person connected with the case that has steadfastly refused to take a lie detector test. In an email to a third party, Susan Arnoff wrote, "When he disappeared and his kids were contesting the will, I got a phone call from Carole to go to court. Carole had me backed against a wall at the time, and out of fear of her, I signed a statement swearing it to be my signature, even though it wasn't. You may wonder why Susan was in fear of Carole. Carole had 2 grown men file for protection orders against her. One man has never been seen alive again." And so the only things I ever had was a copy of the People magazine article, and at one time I had a copy of the will which had my signature on it, but I lost that 7 moves ago, unfortunately. I was not a part of Easy Street at the time. I had gone from there for 3 months when he left. That was when I lived at the Psycho's Pintos. These are emails from blank that started my investigation. But the investigator wrote that. So now, let's see, what is this? Don Lewis's daughter thought the police had made a crucial error. We were upset that the police didn't test the DNA on the meat grinder. Perhaps an explanation is in order. On August 18, 1997, Don Lewis, a self-made millionaire, went missing. Police soon found his van at the airport near his Tampa home, and after that, nothing. Lewis, 60, and his second wife, Carole, then 36, had transformed 40 acres of Tampa real estate into a refuge for 200 leopards, cougars, and other big cats. In her remark about the meat grinder, Donna Pettis, one of Lewis's daughters from his first marriage, was suggesting, not subtly, that perhaps Carole very much knew what happened to her husband, and the cats did too. "Nonsense," said Carole. "My tigers eat meat. They don't eat people." No trace of Don Lewis was ever found, leaving Carole and his children to battle over control of his $5 million estate. And let's see, let's put this up. Okay. So in this article that you see here, it says Don Lewis's daughter thought the police. That's what we just read. That's where we got it from. It was in that article. Okay. What's the matter? Is that charged?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Let's see this one. And then this is a People magazine article too, from December 7th, 1998. Following a trail beneath the cypress and water oak shading her Florida wildlife refuge, Carole Lewis stops to coo over one of her babies, a 300-pound Siberian Bengal tiger named Aurora. Looking more than passably feline herself in a leopard print blouse, Lewis mimics a throaty purr. The tiger playfully prances close to the 12-foot fence. It paws at her long blonde locks. "Mommy loves you," murmurs Lewis, 37. "Yes, I do." Indeed, in the 6 years since Lewis and her husband Don, a self-made millionaire, turned 40 acres of prime Tampa real estate into wildlife on Easy Street, a sanctuary for exotic cats, no one has questioned her fierce passion for her pets. When it comes to her feelings towards her spouse, however, that's another story. On a humid August morning last year, Don Lewis, then 60, disappeared without a trace. And some people, including his grown children from a previous marriage and his longtime secretary, suspect his wife of foul play. His daughters even speculate she may have fed him to the tigers. "It's a perfect scenario to dispose of someone," said the oldest of 4 children, Donna Pettis. "We were upset that the cops didn't test the DNA on the meat grinder." For her part, Carole Lewis, who harbors suspicions of her own, among them the notion that Don may have staged his disappearance, finds the Sweeney Todd theory grimly humorous. "My tigers eat meat, they don't eat people. There would be bones and remains of my husband out there. I'm amazed that people would even think of such a thing." If Don Lewis's disappearance sounds as though it might have been scripted by Elmore Leonard, so could much of the 6 decades of wheeling and dealing that preceded it. "He had that Midas touch," said daughter Pettis, a Tampa area manicurist. "He could walk through cow droppings and come out smelling like a rose." The Dade City, Florida native could mentally compute interest rates in less time than it took most people to use a calculator. He had already amassed a small fortune through trucking, used cars, and real estate, as well as acquired a wife, Gladys, 3 daughters, and an adopted son. By 1981, when he spotted Carole walking barefoot down a Tampa street after a fight with her husband, the very next day, Carole, whose daughter Jamie was 6 months old at the time, became the latest in a long line of Lewis's girlfriends. I'm probably the only woman he fooled around with," I'm probably the only woman he never fooled around with, observes Ann McQueen, 44, his secretary of 18 years and a partial beneficiary in his $1.25 million life insurance policy. "I used to say it was the only time in my life that I was glad I was short and fat." Despite his wealth, which grew substantially after Carole began helping him buy and sell real estate in 1984, much of it tax-delinquent properties he acquired at auction, Lewis had a split personality concerning money. The trained, though not licensed, pilot always carried enough cash to purchase an airplane, but he shopped for clothes at garage sales. "I used to tell him," says McQueen, "that he put the chirp in cheap, cheap, cheap." When Don and Carole finally married in 91, the year after his divorce, he gave her a $14 wedding ring, and they had a courthouse ceremony. But soon after, Don sprang for something Carole would love better than any bauble, a 6-month-old bobcat named Windsong, and within a few months, both Lewises were sufficiently smitten that they and Jamie, who was 18 at the time, drove to Minnesota to buy another 6 bobcat kittens, and when we got there, it turned out to be a fur farm. The guy had 56 kittens, Carole recalls, and we couldn't just pick out 6 and leave 50 to die, so we bought every one. Back at the Tampa home where the Lewises lived, before moving to an equally modest residence on the refuge grounds. Family and friends scrambled to bottle feed the babies every 2 hours. As the couple began educating themselves on how to care for the animals, Carole says they also started to learn about the horrors of the exotic creatures faced. Soon Don was going to auctions across the U.S. and bringing home every abused, dying, maimed cat he could find, says Carole. Eventually, their collection expanded to include 200 cats of 17 species, housed in a nonprofit sanctuary staffed by 5 full-time employees and more than 100 volunteers. To help offset the cost, they turned 4 cabins into a unique B&B for $75 a night. Guests could get their choice of tame bobcats, cougars, or servals as bedmates. You'd pay that much at a Holiday Inn, said Carole, with no entertainment. Wasn't that lovely, Carole? That's what all those little trailers are. These days, the solidly booked cabins are attracting their share of crime buffs, tantalized by the mystery of just what happened to Don Lewis on August 18th. There is currently a wealth of suspects and scenarios, but precious little evidence. Although Don's 1989 Dodge van was found at an airport 40 miles from the refuge 2 days after his wife reported him missing, none of his credit cards were subsequently used. Neither the private eye Carole hired nor an extensive police investigation, including searches of properties Don Lewis owned in Costa Rica, where he told some family and friends he was planning to move, uncovered anything more sinister than indications that he may have been involved in extramarital affairs and questionable business practices. Police did learn 2 months before he vanished, Don Lewis had filed court documents seeking a domestic violence injunction against Carole, accusing her of threatening to shoot him. But after a judge failed to find grounds for an injunction, Don apparently didn't fear for his life very much, since he continued to live with her. Carole Lewis maintains she never threatened her husband and had no knowledge of a planned injunction. The worst thing I ever did, she said, was threaten to report him to the IRS. One of the lead detectives on the case said, "We don't have a good idea of what really happened to him." Don's disappearance has left Carole Lewis ensnarled in a nasty legal catfight with his children over control of his business affairs and holdings, estimated at more than $5 million. Accusing Carole of forging their father's will and power of attorney, his daughters want to prevent her from draining the coffers to care for the animals. Carole maintains that the children are entitled to only about $1 million in properties that belonged to their father before he married her. Under a temporary court order, Carole can use just $152,000 from the real estate operations to run the refuge, when the current annual budget is expected to exceed $225,000. Last year, the sanctuary spent $22,000 on veterinary bills alone. Yeah, really? Right. As a result, Carole is trying to negotiate settlements that would give her stepdaughters a total of $1 million in properties and allow her to manage the bulk of the estate until Don can be declared legally dead in 2004. The cats are her life, says Carole's mother, Barbara Stayers, 57, who has been helping to run the real estate business. She doesn't care what she lives in as long as the cats are taken care of. Yeah, sure, Barbara. A truce with Don's daughters would ease the financial crunch, but the cloud of suspicion hovering over Carole Lewis and her beloved cats may remain. Can you imagine having people think you killed your husband or wife and not being able to prove otherwise, she asks. Without a body, there is nothing I can do to clear my name. Okay, and then back in 2015, an article by the news website Real News Real Fast helped bring the missing persons case pertaining to Jack Donald Lewis, millionaire and co-founder of Wildlife on Easy Street, back to the public eye, at least for a brief moment. The article provided details regarding an alleged law enforcement investigation that was being conducted, which involved excavating a piece of property formerly belonging to Jack Lewis and Carole Baskin. So there's, let's see, posted by Tom Lemons, January 27, 2015. One day after authorities began searching several acres of land along B.W. Stevenson Road, officials are still not providing details regarding the investigation. Early yesterday morning, RNRF received a tip that excavation equipment was being used on the property, but there are no details on what, if anything, has been unearthed. Search and rescue teams from the Miramar Police Department and Miami-Dade Fire Rescue are assisting in the search, but it is not known if this case involves those agencies directly. Officials with Miami-Dade say they're not aware of any detectives from their agency working in Hernando County at this time. There were 3 previous owners listed on the Hernando County property appraiser's website. A Mary Reinke, a J.D. and Carol Lewis, and a Robert Bonnell is listed as the current owner. Big Cat Rescue owner Carole Baskin Lewis made headlines in 2007. No, it's not in 2007. It's 1990. After her husband Don Lewis disappeared and was never heard from again. There's no information at this time that would suggest the investigation is related to the disappearance of Don Lewis. We'll bring more if the story. So, let's see. With all the newfound attention being placed on the Jack Lewis case, old questions reemerged. Many people were yet questioning whether Carole Baskin had any involvement in Mr. Lewis's sudden disappearance. After all, Mr. Lewis said that she threatened to kill him just a few months before he vanished. As was to be expected, Carole responded to the information presented in the article and the criticism that has been directed at her. Let's see what she said back then. Hold on. A couple people have said the bad guys are trashing me again about something to do with a property in Hernando County that Don and I had owned in 1995. I spy on the bad guys' pages and caught wind of it yesterday. I looked it up on the property appraiser's office online on pages and caught, where am I? Office online based on the address, and there is a deed from Don, J.D., to Robert Bonnell back in 1995. 2 years before Don disappeared. What is odd to me is that the deed has my name typed on it as the person who prepared it, but it isn't Don's signature. Mine is not on it anywhere either, and his secretary was the notary. I believe she embezzled over $600K from us during that time, and I'm wondering if this was a parcel that she sold and never told us. We had 6 women working in our office when Don disappeared, and when I found out what was happening, I fired all of them and hired my mother, who has continued to do the work of 6 women to this day. I knew Robert Skip Bonnell because he used to rescue raccoons, but don't remember selling him any property. We went to his house several times, and it was in Pasco County. I don't remember ever visiting him in Hernando County, but it's possible. It was 20 years ago, and there is no reason I would have thought much of it. Skip's real job was as a bankruptcy trustee, and we bought a lot of stuff from him when he was liquidating estates for the bankruptcy court. The stone lions at the entrance of the Big Cat Rescue came from such a deal with Skip, and the El Centro Hospital fell on hard times in the 90s. The article yesterday was vague and seemed to indicate that some anonymous tip instigated the search. The animal abusers file all kinds of false reports, wasting my time and that of law enforcement and government agencies. So I'm guessing this is just more of their nonsense. More than anything, I'm just hoping that Skip is okay. He was a gentleman who loved rescuing raccoons. Hold on, that's not all. I was too trusting. I'm in real estate. I am all about the hunt. I look at 100 properties before I make an offer on 3. I won't even buy 1% of what I look at because I believe you make all of your money at the time of purchase. Once I close a deal, I turn it over to the office and they do all of the management, renting, maintenance, selling, etc. And I almost never think about that property again. That works great. now that my mother handles all of that, but cost me a small fortune by trusting people I thought were my friends back then. The secretary from the 90s was putting our properties in her maiden name so I wouldn't see a name I recognized when doing new property searches. I was only able to recover $57,000 worth of tax deeds that she squirreled away in her maiden name, and the rest were long since sold and gone. And then say, did you ever press charges against her? She says, no. I got the $57K back instead. The rest was gone and no way she'd ever be able to repay. Now, that's the biggest freaking lie. If Carole was owed $600K, do you think she's going to stop at $57K? Look what she did to Joe Exotics. That's another lie of Carole's. She's full of lies. She's full of crap. You really are making me sick, Carole. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with you guys. So what's going on? Carole is nuts. If you ask me, was watching her before, but job. She doesn't seem very committed on this. Who? Not all states. I always come back and you guys are like not even talking. Like I could just be like A, B, C, D, and I don't think anybody would know that. You guys just talk to yourselves. Yes, I know, Stacy. She doesn't know how to use conditioner. Well, we've said that. Morning choking on ashes. Service Dog Olive, Alethea Tingley tried to answer you but have technical problems. I'm relaying her message. Contact him and set it up just in case. I'm sure she'd be thrilled to have him on. What's going on? You were listening, Gigi? They should have known the power of attorney was strangely worded. Yeah. You're listening, Mustang Mary? You hear me dreaming? Hey, Robert. Lynn graced with his grave. I've only just come on and I wasn't really listening. I'm very ashamed of my lack of dedication this morning. Oh boy. Hi, Janadu. How's your husband? I listen, Mommy. It's hard for me to follow chat. It moves through fast. Oh, really? Your AD? Yeah. No one puts in the event of a disappearance on a power of attorney, of course. Frankie did an interview with David Spade. Did you catch the part about Carole having another missing husband? Who? Murdoch? Is Murdoch missing? I'm going to try to find Murdoch. Let me see if I can find anything about him. And what about the other guy, Persons? Okay, so let's see. Carole Baskin's marriages. Let's take a deep dive into Carole Baskin's marriages. No matter what team you find yourself on, when it's all said and done, people are finding they can't help but take an even deeper dive into Tiger King's characters' personal lives, including their romantic partners. For those of you who've lost count, Carole, who is often portrayed as a villain on the series, has had a total of 3 husbands. Viewers are understandably most concerned about husband number 2, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at Carole's 3 marriages, because they were all quirky and they were all puzzling. I can't talk tonight. Carole Baskin's first marriage was to, hold on a second, let me put this picture up. Carole Baskin's first marriage was to Michael Murdoch. In the Tiger King docuseries, not much information is offered about Carole's first husband, Michael. She and Michael got married when she was only 17, and Carole explained in the docuseries they have one daughter, Jamie Veronica Murdoch, who's now since off the staff pages, and I know that, Carole, because I have the screenshots. Anyway, what I was going to say is, if you missed last night, we went through their court transcripts, what was available for their custody battle. Very, very interesting stuff. Carole was out selling real estate at night. I think that real estate was somewhere in the vicinity between her legs somewhere, just based on what was said, okay? And she said she was going to showing cats, going to a lot of cat shows. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know many people that are showing real estate at night, unless, she was ahead of her time in trying to help the people out that couldn't get off during the day and wanted to look at real estate at night. Maybe she was showing real estate at night. Maybe that she was going into empty homes with people that wanted to look at the houses with her. Yeah, it's for you to decide. Okay. He was Jamie's father, and he was extremely abusive, Carole said. But the idea of leaving and having to raise a child on my own was terrifying. It wasn't until after Carole and Don Lewis, her second husband, that she finally made the decision to leave, that she finally made the decision to leave Michael. Carole Baskin's second husband, Jack Donald Don Lewis, disappeared. A major plot point in the Netflix docuseries Tiger King, of course, is the disappearance of Don, along with the fact that so many people seem to believe Carole had something to do with it. Joe Exotic, a.k.a. Joseph Maldonado Passage, widely spread the idea that she killed Don and fed him to the tigers. His country music video, Here Kitty Kitty, disturbingly portrays that. I was 20 when I met Don, and 24 before I left my husband. Carole explained of the timeline of her relationship with her second husband, who was already married at the time they met. Don had a fascination with animals, so we made a great team. Carole's daughter Jamie added, he was more of an animal collector, I think. He definitely liked the idea of having a lot of different kinds of animals. He loved cubs. He loved breeding cats. Carole said in the Netflix series he would go down to Costa Rica once a month, and every time he was down there, I'd have the vet come out here to neuter and spay as many cats as fast as I could. Don was last seen on August 18, 1997, and he was never heard from again. Police officers did find his van abandoned at a private airport and investigated the missing persons case for years, all the way to Costa Rica, and even on the Big Cat Rescue Wildlife Sanctuary. Don ran with Carole in Tampa, Florida. Ultimately, Don was declared legally dead in 2002. His case, however, remains open to this day. Don was not easy to live with, and like most couples, we had our moments. Yeah, but not you and Howie, right? No, never a harsh word. Howie went on to say, oh, if we have a point that we don't agree with, we then sit there and listen to each other, and then we decide. Yeah, he was ridiculous. He was so ridiculous. Okay, but I never threatened him, and I certainly had nothing to do with his disappearance, Carole wrote on March 29th in response to the Tiger King. Carole's third marriage to Carole Baskin, they met on November 1st, 2002. They tied the knot exactly 2 years later on November 1st, 2004. Relative to most animal people, I would characterize him as reasonably rational, Howard said, with his wife sitting right next to him on Tiger King. My number one goal in life is going to make this woman happy. Yeah, that has to be your number one goal in life, Howard. Otherwise, you'll be on the cat tray. Howard supported Carole every step of the way as he has attempted to shut down Joe Exotics in Oklahoma by suing him for copyright infringement. In January of 2020, Joe was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison for his 2017 murder-for-hire scheme to kill Carole, along with a number of violations of wildlife laws. Meanwhile, Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister recently tweeted out a call for any new leads in Carole's husband's disappearance, so who knows? Maybe the case will finally, maybe the case will finally be solved thanks to Tiger King. And there you have it. Even though the world is currently obsessed with the disappearance of her second husband, each of Carole's marriages has been highly unique. And then again, I suppose it takes a special kind of person to fall in love with such a passionate and quirky animal rights activist, and especially one with a catchphrase, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens." Morning, Blue West. Hey, Anna Nelson, how are you? Imagine everyone seeing that picture. Yeah, come on. Who knows? Maybe she took that picture for a reason. You know what I mean? Do you? I don't think so. I know. Maybe she's doing something else in those cabins for a little price. You want to be walked on the leash like Howie? Okay. Picture's embarrassing. Maybe it's for a reason. Carole will walk you on a leash for a price. You can wear that little caveman suit. All right, choking on ashes. What did you miss? You missed a heck of a lot, Alyssa. You missed a heck of a lot. But, oh, it's only 2. It's only 2. Carolyn, does the money she makes on YouTube? We can't even find out. I don't even see it on her returns. Nothing is transparent. Since Howard took over, nothing's transparent anymore. Oh, I know, Two Scooter. I know she reads her diary. That's on her YouTube channel, the one she makes over $1 million with not counting the merch or anything else, or just views, AdSense, and not counting the Facebook Live where she has to make at least that. Probably more, because she does more on Facebook Live. And then Howard's got his own channel now too, and he's also able to monetize it. Yes, Leisha. Yes, Ivy. Oh, you must have missed last night. We went through the court transcript. You should go back and see that. That's quite, that's along Mark Sievers a little bit. You should go and see that. If you missed last night, You need to listen, because we go through the custody transcript. The thread about the IRS, yes. I want to stay live, but sounds like I need to rewind. Well, you could go to this point and then listen, go back and listen. Okay, so that's a lot of money. It definitely is a lot of money. But that's not even counting, she's got merch in so many different places. She's got income from Teespring. She's got income from revenue that's added on YouTube to this. She has the animals make when they're anesthetized, they make paw prints, and they sell them for like $100 a piece on the website. Everything is about money, 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 money. But I don't ever see her giving back. What is she doing for the volunteers now that their families may be out of work? If you really had that much money and you had all these people that were volunteering and they're probably in dire straits, what is she doing for them? Wouldn't this be her time? Like, even if it's not in her nature, that somebody would say, come on, Carole, you've got to restore your image. Go give some of that money, do something with it. She won't, because that's not in her nature at all. Build a higher fence, not a longer table. That should be a t-shirt. Oh, yeah. Yes, she got his bus, and I think she sold all that. And the big tractor trailer. Yes, and she was getting money from the parents. Oh, I'm sure she was paid very well for that, my full heart and hands. Right, I know, Denisa. There's Lisa D. She's an opportunist. She is. I'm sorry, Lisa D. I didn't mean to abandon our conversation, but I was in the middle of, I did my hair. I had to touch up my, I touched up my stuff. I cleaned my bathroom while I was doing that. She got away with murder, and it makes me wonder if her cop brother was in on it. Oh, the cop brother that's a deputy sheriff at the time. And now he is the sheriff, somebody said, right? And she didn't know because he was shy. He was so shy. You're going to start trying to watch today? It's all good, Carolyn. Okay, Lisa. Thanks to Scooter. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. You can cut hair. For anyone interested, yeah, Anna, absolutely. Oh, I think this is dark golden, no, medium warm brown or something like that. Maybe I'll do my makeup and clean out a cupboard. Oh, maybe you'll do that? We actually got a little teeny bit of the cleaning thing in because I went a little crazy in the shower with those drill brushes while I was doing my hair. And then Jimmy went in on the jacuzzi and cleaned it all out like crazy, like a lunatic. And what else did we do? Oh, and oh my gosh. Hey, honey, I cleaned up a little bit I said, what did you do? He went like where my makeup is and stuff. I don't know what possessed him, but he started, I'm like, why? Okay. Where's everything? Oh, it's just, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what possessed him to do that, but so it's hitting us a little bit. Tomorrow we're getting a special delivery. Hi, Joe Huff. Oh, because he's like 12 years younger than her. Yeah. You need to get yours medium to dark blonde. Sounds like my grandmother. She will never spend money. I keep telling her. I think there's someone outside of her house because my little brother's dog is going nuts and she never barks and growls. And I live out in the country. Maybe it's an animal. It might be an animal, Olive. It's probably an animal. You're coloring your hair today. Us girls have to take care of business. I know. I dread it, and then it's like no big deal. It's just that 30 minutes that you have to wait. It's just then you can do something in the meantime. Oh, Lori Staggs, thank you, Lori Staggs. I missed that. Thank you, Lori Staggs, for your super chat there. Thank you. Did I miss anybody else? Wagon Train Travelers subscribed. Chrono Triggered subscribed. Sakura Gothic Rose has subscribed. Dalton McWilliams. Mary Metal, welcome. Lori Staggs, thank you. Okay. You've been using medium golden blonde, but I want it to be darker. Maybe I should try dark blonde. Everybody will be trying different things. I'm gonna try purple. Very funny. Oh, I have that too, Blue West, but after a while it gets to be too, it's too much. That's good for a little touch up, but not. Oh, you did, Kristen? Thank you. Okay, so you're still working, so you haven't had time? You made a turkey, wow. You're ambitious. A whole turkey or just a breast? You're doing purple? Good for you. Doesn't play with others? Bye. Bye, doesn't play with others. Yours is purple right now? You're gracious of silence. Pretty soon all the box dye will be gone except for purple. I ordered 2 boxes when I got this. So I'm good for another, what am I, good 30, 60 days at least. All right, let's see what else then we have on Carole. You dye your hair at home. You don't even have to use that, Debbie Brett. If you want, you can just put like those disposable shower caps if that's what you want. Okay, so let me see now. See what else. Okay, who is this now? Jay Bacal was Carole Baskin's lover after Don Lewis. This is the one that I think she said made her sit in the house or he'd kill her or something. There isn't much information on Jay other than the document where he tried filing for a protection order against Carole. Like Don Lewis, Jay too feared for his life, and Carole said the exact opposite. But would you ever, think Carole's lying? Yeah, you decide. Let's see. So what do we have here? Hang on a minute. Make this larger. I'm getting hungry. Oh my gosh. Okay, so J. Bacal and Carole A. Lewis petition for injunction for protection against domestic violence. Chandler Bacal being sworn, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's see what he says about Carole. Okay, so vehicle Dodge Ram, colored blue. So this is respondent unknown. On the phone and at home, the respondent told me she will kick my arse. I guess that has to be something out of there. Whatever it takes, but this is a woman that never has a harsh word with Howard. He must be some special beast. I honestly fear I am in danger of death or serious bodily injury because her prior husband is missing and presumed dead. One day she said to me when I asked her what happened, if your husband shows up now, her response was, dead body cannot talk. Her former husband's daughter told me she could be dangerous and watch my back. Respondent carries 2 guns loaded, always one in her truck and one in her residence. She said she was a suspect in her husband's disappearance. Recently, 3 to 4 days ago, she told me human bones were found near Lazy Days RV Center. She said she hopes it's not on her property or she will be in deep shite. Lazy Days RV property. That's something we have to look into. Okay. That was 10/18/2002. Didn't she meet, what's his name, like the next month? I think so, right? I think so. Okay. People do show real estate. I understand that. I was in real estate. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say, did you hear what we went through yesterday? That was not just selling real estate at night. I don't think. You decide. You listen to it and you decide, Lynn. You decide. So what's going on now? Dreaming, be careful. You guys are still talking about hair. This is not lipstick. I'm putting it on. Well, it is lipstick, but it's not any color. Just for my lips. Alicia, I can see you. My daughter, she's doing fine. Yeah. She's having a virtual knit night tomorrow night with her knit group. They're going to do it on Zoom. Everybody's using Zoom now. Have you seen this? Now everybody's going on Zoom. She's like, oh, I'm going on Zoom for my knit night. This is what I mean. They'll probably continue that maybe afterwards too. Oh, thanks, Tina. I just thought it was my phone, but thank you for being so nice to Scooter, Lynn Lewis says. Dreaming, is your hair its natural color? Okay. You finished your flower pot, did you? How'd it come out? Everyone's using Zoom. How did it come out? I've got 2 new jars. I have 2 new Barilla jars. I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do an Easter one again. I'm going to do something different. Your family and you have been using Zoom to see each other. Yeah. I told Ethan his birthday will be canceled, so he has to stay the same age. We'll make it up in the next year. Rick Kirkland has a documentary. He has a YouTube channel. He'd be a fantastic guest. Okay. Go ahead, book him. Oh, thanks, Lori. Thanks. I'm sorry I missed that. Thank you very much. Anyone think that Carole's current husband resembles Lewis? I don't want to say what he resembles. I'm due chopped liver. I need something to eat. I don't know what I want to eat though. Happy birthday, Santa. I sure I'll have bought socks stuck in Zoom. Yippers. Chopped liver. You're going to listen live and wellness to each and everyone. Okay. Same for your grandson. No birthday. I said you'll be happy later on. You'll be a year younger. You hate feeling like chopped liver? I have something special coming tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. They are bizarre, Lynn. Hi, Ohio Italian lady. What are you doing? There are videos on how to highlight your own. There's videos on everything on YouTube. How to layer your own hair. I'm not telling you, Scooter. You'll have to see it later. You finished it, Lisa D? Did you send a picture of it? Oh, I have to show somebody's cats. Whose cats did I have to show? Somebody wanted me to show their cats. I feel like a piece of chocolate so badly. Hold on. Okay, so let's look now. We've done a lot of Carole tonight. We really cover a lot. It's a lot of Carole. Sometimes you can't take more. Okay. Newfie, you sent me something, right? I couldn't show it last night, remember? And now I'm trying to see it, Newfie. Oh, I found it. I found it. Newfie said this is the current state of the new project baby blanket, and Sharon wants to see my cats. Who are you making a baby blanket for? Are you having a grandchild? Okay, hang on a minute. Don't lock up on me now, you stupid. Alright, I'm just going to have to drag them over. Hang on. Open a new window. Very cute. Is this a Maine Coon cat over there? Very cute. Very nice. That's crochet, right? Not knitting, right? Is that crocheted? Crocheted, it looks like, right? Okay, now we also have, oh, I have something from Joanne. I came in here and I'm like, nothing from Joanne? And just as I said that, I've got 70% off again. 3 days of must-haves. Come on now, Joanne needs me. Okay. Tamara Prangle. What had happened here? Sent me her craft room. Second guest room reorganized. Okay, Tamara. Let's see. Wait a second. I just got such... Don't even tell me. Did you change your name? You're T. Prang? Oh my gosh. How did I not realize this? Is Tamara T. Prang now? You came on panel and I didn't even know it was you. I was like, oh, that's nice. That new person, T. Prang, came on. That was really good. Is T. Prang Tamara? Is T. Prang Tamara? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's taken me this long. And I'm thinking, wow, that was really great that that new person came right up on panel. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so bad. I thought she changed her name to something else. I thought she changed her name to Tamara something. Oh my gosh, because she came up the first night and did a clipboard and stuff. And then she came up again, but it came up as T. Prang. And I even asked her, I said, well, what is your name, T. Prang? What's your first name? Didn't she realize that I didn't know who I was talking to? Oh, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Okay. I hate when people change their name. I honestly do. It drives me crazy. Okay, now, T. Prang, there's nothing attached. You didn't send me any picture. You forgot to attach it. Is she there? She forgot to attach it. I've got to get a piece of something to eat, but she forgot to attach it. Tell her to attach that, please. Oh, that's great. I need her to attach it. everything. Okay, I'm waiting. Tea praying. I can't get it. I'm waiting for tea praying. What's going on? Someone's messaging me? Lisa, you have to send it to my email. What happened? Who's messaging me? Oh. Okay. Okay. This is Lisa D's flower pot. Ooh, look at the little bunny. Did you do that too? Oh, look how many you did. Oh my gosh, did you do this all last night? Wow, those are really good. You're always an overachiever though. What napkin did you use on this one? I know what these are. Are these clay pots? I like this one a lot. Which one? What? I didn't see that bunny napkin. Did you cut out all those pieces individually so you're good like that? I never get the right kind of napkins to do stuff like that, Lisa. That's what's wrong with me. I never get them. Everybody else does. You'll send more? Do I know how to trim my own hair? Been doing it for years. Seriously, I've been doing it for years. Doesn't it look like it? I think tea praying, I'm blown away that tea praying is Tamra. I am blown the freak away. Oh, you said, I showed your new dog, your new rescue. You must not have been here that day. You weren't here. I'll show it again. Very, very cute. This is Tina's new rescue dog. He's very, very cute. Yep. He looks like he's got Brittany Spaniel in him. Very cute. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And tea praying, I don't have anything. And Lisa, are you sending anything else? Oh, here's Lisa. Yeah, I like that. Oh my gosh, you already planted a plant in it? Are they all clay or some of them plastic? Crazy. Okay. That's so cute. You didn't tell me what napkin you had. You always have the best napkins. You must hold yourself back. Great bird dogs. Well, they're good water dogs too, yeah. Yeah, I miss my... It looks like my clover. Okay, so... You never dyed your own hair. You never dyed your hair. Did you get my email? T-Prang. Where'd you go, T-Prang? T-Prang, Mr. T-Prang, did you hear that I just found out who you are? Didn't you think it was funny the last time you were on Craft Panel? And I was like, T-Prang is here. Wow, they're brand new and they came on. That's great. What's your name? Didn't you hear me say what's your name? Did you realize that I had no idea who you were? I thought you were I thought T-Prang was someone brand new. Like when I'm brand new, I mean the last month or two. I never knew it was you. And I don't know why I just put it together right now. And you missed the entire thing. You didn't send an attachment. There was nothing attached to your email. But I just can't believe I didn't know who you were. The little bunny? Yeah, which one was that? Where'd you get that, TJ Maxx? I'm getting a special delivery. Remember Mr. McFeely? Speedy delivery. Send me some pictures of the napkins. If I didn't look horrible, I would call in. Oh, you could never look horrible, Lisa. Thank you so much. Summer Haze. Where's T-Prang? Speaking of which, are you doing a craft night soon? The natives, are they getting restless? And you can't wait to do your spotlighting? I don't even know what day of the week it is, too, Scooter. What is today? Tomorrow's Thursday. Everyone makes mistakes, so yes they do. Big people, small people, all people. Is it my color? Thank you, Jen H. I don't think T-Prang hears me. I don't think T-Prang can hear me. I think I'm being ignored by T-Prang. Today is Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. T-Prang, your attachment didn't come through, and then when you go and listen back and you realize I had no idea that you were you, and I don't know what made me think about it, right then and there. Like it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't know why. Joanne's calling me. I could save 40% now and 70%. Oh gosh, so cute. Crap. What is that? To use those on photo props when my kids were little. Oh my gosh, I still have so many photo props. But I used to use all kinds of stuff like that. I had bubbles that made it look like there was water coming out of those tubs when you put a baby in the tub. In the studio in one of those wash buckets. I remember going out for the wash bucket with Luke when he was like 3 months old. What a nightmare that was. Okay, what's going on? Are you sending it to me? You know how many times I go to Joann's, I put a whole bunch of stuff in the cart and I never check out. I do it all the freaking time. Still makes you feel good. I don't have anything. I don't know, T-Prank's not going to give me anything. Lisa's not sending me the napkin. I don't know what's going on. Okay, hold on. I wish T-Prank could hear me. Lisa, I don't have anything. Oh, gosh. Lisa, I don't know how this is happening. I have your email on my phone, but not in my inbox on my computer. Oh, now I finally got it. Oh, where did you get those? That's quite a big pack you have, isn't it? Where'd you get those? See, you always get the best things. What'd you do for the little flowers that you have all on top of it? Where'd you get those? Did you take them from here, the little flowers? What'd you do? Where did they come from, Lisa? I'm trying to zoom in on my phone. You sent it. Okay. I got it. I have it up on the screen. Don't you see it? Oh, that's so cute. That's ridiculously cute. I don't know where T-Prang is. T-Prang doesn't know. I didn't get... T-Prang doesn't know. Does anybody know where Tea Praying is? Tea Praying, Tea Praying. Where's Tea Praying? It's too cute. How come you don't do decoupage, Kristen? You never come up on a panel and do decoupage or anything. Home Goods, and you cut the flowers out from the napkins. I see that, Lisa, and I see that now. Hi, Diana. I have a box. I don't know what I want to do on it. See, here's what happens. I have a box like this, and I don't know what I want to do on it. That's my problem. Tea Praying. No, I know she's in Texas. How do you know, El Guntar? Guter? Did you just change your name? How do you know Tea Praying? She was here a minute ago and asked me about something, and I need to ask her about something. We still need a craft or two, Scooter. You know, Mommy, this lady is an opportunist, and I know someone like that. I could never get into her brain. My husband's ex, it was criminal. Yeah, absolutely, Lynn. Where are we? Where's Tea Praying? And how does El Guntar know where Tea Praying is? Hi, Queen Bee. How does El Guntar know where Tea Praying is? Is he a stalker? I've never seen El Guntar before. Hey, Casbat. Alma, Peggy K. Newfie Bear, that's not my real daughter. Who? Janae. Lori, hey you guys, I've got 3. You do? Oh gosh, stay safe, Lori. They're going to be bringing them up this way when the city hospitals get full. Did you hear that, lovely? Yeah, they're going to be coming up. Her name says she's in Texas. Oh, does it? Yeah, for such a good investigator, I didn't pick up on that one too much, or I forgot it. I thought Tea Praying was someone new. Oh, there she is. Okay, Tea Praying. Did you hear anything that I said to you? You should go back and rewind. And I never got a picture from you because you didn't send the attachment. And when you came on panel the other night, I didn't know that was you. The one that came into the clipboard before, who I know by the name of Tamra. I had no idea you changed. I didn't realize you changed your name to Tea Praying. That throws me off really bad. Started painting off YouTube. Tea Praying. I don't have a picture. Did you hear me? Do you hear me? I remember when you did not think the ickies were a thing. No, no, no. I thought they were a thing, and I still am not panicked about them. I said that it wasn't going to be that we had to go liquidate our assets and, take cash out of the bank and get gold bars. That's the stuff I was talking about, Ivy. That craziness that was going on, and I still don't believe in that craziness. I don't. I still say you have to use universal precautions. I still say, yes, stay home. Yeah, don't go out, but it's not, the end of the world. We're going to survive it. Where is T praying? Did you send me the picture? I really want to see your craft room. Oh, thanks, Peggy K. In fact, it's probably a lot of us could even have had it already, okay? Or be asymptomatic. Where's the, is T Praying sending that to me? I'm going to go look again. It's there. Please be there. Please be there. I don't think T Praying can hear me. What a shame. I wanted to see the craft room. That's a shame, T Praying. I wanted to see the craft room. Oh, I do think she thinks, oh, did you hear there was an earthquake up that way yesterday, 6.5? She probably does think it's the end of the world. Hey, Jen. Thanks. I'm waiting. Your husband went out gas. He had to get up and go early, and no one was near him. It's Dahlia. Oh my gosh, $1.19 a gallon. That's crazy. She responded. What'd she say? Is she sending it? I think maybe she sent it. Hold on. You just resent. Video without music. Okay. All right. Let's see. Wow. Very nice. That's your guest room, you said? Guest room / craft room? Does that say she shed behind your bed? I mean, next to your bed? In the picture that's going to go up now? I'm so hungry. I'm like out of my mind. Does that say she shed? Yes, it does. I don't see a video. Are you sending it to me in another email? Hold on, I have to get a little something sweet or something. I need some. Tamara, I don't have a video. It's tea prangs. Are you sending me something else, tea prang? Where's who? Who, Lynn? Where's who? Tea prang? She's in Texas. My mind is blown right now, knowing that's Tamara. I'm right there with you, Robin. Don't worry. Don't worry. Instacart. We don't even have Instacart, Evelyn. They mowed your lawn today, Tanya? Wow. Oh, really, Kathy? Wow. Oh, no. Prayers she doesn't have it. Gosh. Is she in the medical field? Thank goodness that's not a Biscoff. You're welcome, Robin. Your jar? Oh, my jars? You have to do 2 new ones. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. All right, well, what time is it? How come it's so early tonight? What time is it? Wow, it's early tonight. I thought I was just seeing Carole Baskin on the TV in there. Is that Carole Baskin? Oh. It's airborne. It is. Hi, Nona. How are you, Nona? You already have Lyme disease. Stay safe. Just be careful, Janae, and stay 6 feet from everyone. And if you hear someone coughing or sneezing, run the other way. I thought you called me Tamara. I didn't miss it. But you are Tamara, right? Oh my God. You are, right? Oh, I'm so confused now, T-Prang. I don't know whether you're saying I thought you called me that, and that's not my name, so that was confusing, or I don't know. You cannot do crafts, Linda? Don't say that. Everybody can do crafts. There's a craft for everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm so freaking hungry. Oh, Peggy K. Oh wow, very good. Oh, that's nice. Very vintagey. This is Peggy K's hutch that she refinished. At first, I used it as a pantry, and now I use it to store serving dishes. You know, at first glance, I thought those flowers were in the back. Now I realize they're in front, they're behind the glass. I was going to say, where are the shelves? Very nice. You're not ignoring me, you just resent it? Okay. I feel a little ignored. And now I'm not even sure if you're Tamara anymore. I don't know, I honestly don't. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh, okay. Okay, that one you sent me. That we saw. That we saw. Okay, so this is a before. And the other ones were the after. I still don't see the video you spoke about, but okay. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Lynn? Is there a deal somewhere? I don't know, guys. Wasn't that it? What two-scooter? What's the deal? You're gonna try chalk paint dreaming? What's going on? Your chat must be lagging. Oh my gosh, I am so lost. Tea praying is Lynn? How is that even possible? Is this the Twilight Zone? You guys even said tea praying is Tamra. Now she said her name is Lynn. What the hell's going on here? Oh, thanks, Lynn. Thanks. No, she's Tamra. She just said she's Lynn. You got it. Yeah, they have the chalk paint on it. She said I am Tamra. Okay, all right. The real tea praying will please stand up. Will everybody just keep their real name that they had so I don't freak out and not know who you are anymore? You're the real Lacey. She said I'm Tamra. Okay, did she, Tanya? You're better than me. I thought it was somebody new, but I didn't think it was our Tanya because she changed her name, and I thought tea praying was somebody totally new. Oh my gosh, I can't handle it. There's no video. Tea praying. I am Tamra. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, enough virus talk. There's enough virus talk. Tea praying is on. Okay. We need to get away from that for right now. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else, Tamra. Oh, that is so cute. I didn't even take any of my other Easter stuff. It doesn't even feel like Easter. It's like, oh, look, the napkins I made my vase with, they're even cheaper. Oh, that's something different. I thought those were napkins. There's something else. I think I did the same thing last year, didn't I? No, I brought my big bunny down last year, didn't I? I think I did. Oh wow, they have such cute little things. Is that you, T-Praying? I can't help it, T-Praying. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. That's really pretty. 90 cents. That's 90 freaking cents. I never even made my bunny gnomes. Okay, T-Prime, did you send me something? Oh, I'm waiting because I'm looking at... Alright, anyway, I don't know. What else is going on? Because I'm falling asleep. I'm so tired. I don't know why. Isn't that crazy? I just can't stop looking at these. Okay, so let me see. I can't get back to the chat. I've got to go to bed probably because I have a big something coming tomorrow. Surprise. I'm keeping my bunny home. I'm keeping myself home, but I'm having a surprise tomorrow. Everybody's tired. We've done a lot of Carole. I've got a big surprise tomorrow. So I would like to see the craft room because I'm amazed with that talent. That is the craft room. That is the craft room. Anyway, hey Doug Parker, I know 20 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm exhausted. I got a really big thing tomorrow. All right, so everybody, thank you to the moderators. Thank you for coming in. Thanks, everybody. The napkins. Listen, no, not until I order the ones that I want, Kevin, in case you go and snatch them up. Kevin Leonard. All right, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye now. Everybody, prayers for all who needs them. Stay well, stay safe. Love you guys. God bless. Thank you to the moderators. Bye. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so tired.